Hello Zimbabwe, welcome to LiveTalk. We are coming to you live from Studio 7 at the Voice of America in Washington. I am your host, Tabaka Ngcuwe. Today we are discussing the Easter holiday, which is coming to an end as Christians around the world celebrate the crucifixion and resurrection of Jesus Christ. But first, a look at what's happening in other parts of the world. Pope Francis calls for an immediate ceasefire in the conflict between Israel and Hamas in Gaza. This as Christians around the world celebrate Easter and relief teams struggle to deliver aid to besieged Palestinian territories. VOA's Arash Arabasad has more.
Easter Sunday in Vatican City. Before a packed crowd at St. Peter's Square filled with flowers, Pope Francis delivered a message calling for peace in Gaza.
I appeal once again that access to humanitarian aid be ensured in Gaza and call once more for the prompt release of the hostages seized on October 7th and for an immediate ceasefire in the Strip. Let us not allow the current hostilities to continue to have grave repercussions on the civil population and above all the children.
Calls for aid to Gaza have recently taken shape as a convoy of ships left a port in Cyprus Saturday carrying some 400 tons of food and other relief supplies. World Central Kitchen says the crafts carried ready-to-eat staples like rice, pasta, flour, canned vegetables, and proteins, enough to prepare more than 1 million meals. The United Nations warns that famine could strike northern Gaza as early as this month. The United States military, along with regional partners, continues delivering relief in the form of airdropped pallets filled with food and water. But the deliveries can be spotty at times without any organized distribution method on land. Israel declared war on Hamas following an October 7th surprise attack by the militant group in which it killed 1,200 and kidnapped more than 250. Israel has since placed a stranglehold on the entire region, pummeling civilian infrastructure and restricting the flow of aid. Health officials in Gaza say more than 32,000 Palestinians have been killed. The United Nations International Court of Justice issued 2 provisional measures in a case brought by South Africa accusing Israel of genocide, a charge Israel flatly denies. But for many Israelis, an ongoing war isn't the answer, as they took to the streets demanding their government sign a ceasefire agreement with Hamas in exchange for hostages still held by the group Western powers identify as a terror organization. On Sunday at the Church of the Holy Sepulchre in Jerusalem, widely considered the most holy site in Christianity, the Archbishop held Easter Mass in a church emptier than years past, as since October 7th, Palestinian worshippers need special permission to cross checkpoints into Jerusalem. Arash Arabasadi, VOA News.
Billions of Christians across the world this weekend celebrated Easter in different ways, with Pope Francis presiding over an Easter Mass at the Vatican. Let's take a look at how some Christians celebrated this holiday.
Non cum linmenti anibus positum.
Gyere, várj! Gyere, Marcika, azaz! Jaj, de szeretni!
Today is the day of Easter joy This is the morning on which the Lord appeared to those who had begun to lose hope, but he opened their eyes to what the scriptures had foretold, that first he must die and then he would rise. May this risen Lord breathe on us and open our eyes this Easter morning.
Please stay tuned as we take a brief break.
In times of change, when the world seems uncertain and what we hear doesn't reflect what we see, we seek the truth. When we are told only part of the story, we lose trust. In moments of crisis, our dreams, hopes, and wishes for a better tomorrow depend on a free press. At Voice of America, we bring you the stories that people take risks to see. We connect the world and unite it with truth. At Voice of America, we show you the whole picture.
For those that have just joined us, please note that we are streaming live on our Facebook pages, VOA Shona, VOA Studio 7, and VOA Ndebele. We are also live on YouTube, VOA Zimbabwe. Now back to our topic. Today we are discussing the significance of the Easter holiday and how economic problems have impacted on how Zimbabweans celebrate such annual holidays. And now to discuss this issue in detail, we are joined on the line by Pastor Lizwe Moyo of the Baptist Church in Kansas here in the U.S. The Passengers Association of Zimbabwe Executive Director, Mr. Tafadzwa Goliath, and Mr. Nhlanhla Moses Ncube of Freedom Alliance. Welcome to the program, gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yes, thank you. I'll start with you, Mfundisi Moyo. Looking at this holiday where we see billions and billions of Christians celebrating, why is this a time of significance? Why do Christians celebrate Easter, Pastor Moyo?
Ngiyabonga kakhulu kaNcube. Okokuqala ngiqondisa hayi angisiwe Baptist ngiwe-Mennonite Church. Kodwa hayi i-church ngithi nje ngiqondise kwenza ukuthi owaziyo angamangali ukuthi sengiqhuba kanjani. I-Easter inkonzo eyaniswa nguNkulunkulu. Sibala ngayo kakhulu encwadini kaExodus chapter 12. So inkonzo yenkululeko lapho uNkulunkulu akhulula khona abantwana bakwaIsrayeli ebugqileni babo. Uyatsho ke kuyona leyo incwadi kaExodus 12 verse 17 uthina ngakho ke kalibogcina umkhosi wesinkwa esingelamvubelwa ngalolu suku ngoba ngilikhuphile ezimpini zenu eGibhite. Kalibogcina lolu suku ngokomthetho kuzo zonke izizukulwana zenu kuze kube nini lanini. So ke inkonzo eyaestablishwa nguNkulunkulu, inkonzo yokukhululeka ekufeni. Siyayibona ke iqhubeka njalo leyo nkonzo izizofika ngesikhathi sikaJesu. uJesu wabuya muva. uJesu laye ngesikhathi sokumele anikelwe ukuthi abulawe, siyambona laye biza abafundi bakhe bephatheka kuyona le inkonzo yephasika. Ke ngibuyele kancane nje futhi ukuthi iphasika yona ivele inkonzo enje ibuya nini yehla nini. Bathi bona iphasika iba khona ngesonto yakuqala after i-full moon, ngemva kwalokho kuthiwa i-spring equinox, lapho ubusuku lokukhanya kulingana khona. So kuba isonto yakuqala after equinox, so kuyi full moon, then so kubuya ke inkonzo yephasika. So ayifanani iminyaka yonke. Abalaleli bakho bangamanga ngathi indaba ingabuyi ngezikhathi ezifananayo. So iyacalculatewa ke ngaleyo ndlela ukuthi iba khona nini. Kodwa ke njengoba nitshilo inkonzo yenkululeko, inkonzo emayelana legazi lika Jesu Kristu. Ekuqaleni ku-Exodus kwakuchithwa igazi lezinyamazana. Kodwa ke khathesi uJesu wachithela igazi kanye lanela. So laye uJesu nxa eyikhokhela lenkonzo uthi yenzani ni lokho lingikhumbule ngazo zonke izikhathi. So kungumlayo ukuthi every year amaKristu celebrate ukukhululwa ekufeni through inkonzo yona le Easter. Kodwa ke ayipheleli khona lapho ukuthi Passover ukuthi Passover i-climax yayo, climax yamaKristu yikuvuka kwakhe ethuneni uJesu. Yikho ke okulamandla enkolo yesiKristu ukuthi uJesu wanqoba ukufa ngokufa kwakhe. Yikho kulamandla lapho eseyeme khona thina njengamaKristu ukuthi inkolo yethu isisekelo sayo yini, ikunqoba ithuna, ikunqoba ukufa. Ngiyabonga.
Siyabonga mfundisi. Sibona abantu bejabulela iphasika ngendlela ezichiyeneyo. Lina njengebandla kumbe njengabantu abakhulekayo, yiziphi zezinye zendlela elijabulela ngayo kumbe elinanza ngayo usuku lolu, njalo abanye sibona bengazwisisi kulenhlelo na ezenziwayo ukuthi nxa kuthakazelelwa iphasika abantu bebephiwa ulwazi ngokwenzakalayo lokuthi ukutshoni okuyabe kusenziwa konke lokho?
Yebo, zikhona inhlelo sikubiza ngokuthi i-Holy Week. Lapho uqalisa khona kungolwesine kuthiwa i-Monday Thursday. Yikho lapho uJesu aqalisa khona ukubiza abafundi bakhe belungiselela yona leyo iphasika. Wazokufa sokungolwesihlanu. Ngomgqibelo kwatshona kuthule ngoba wayesethuneni. Then ke ngesonto ekuseni yikho ke sihlangana khona labo mama abavuka ekuseni besiye elibeni ukuthi bayogcoba umzimba kaJesu, bathola ukuthi akasekho ethuneni, usevukile. Isithunywa esasigqoke ingubo ezikhazimulayo sathi lifunelani ophilayo kwabafileyo, uvukile, ulandulele eGalile njengokutsho kwakhe.
Hayi, siyabonga kakhulu mfundisi. VaGoliath tinokugamchirai kuchirongwa.
Makadi ku atereri.
Tinotenda. VaGoliath tikuona panguva yephasika vanhu vachizofara vachiita zvinhu zvakasiyana siyana. Vamwe vari kufamba vachinova nemhuri dzavo, vamwe kumamisha. Mumigwagwa umu zvanga zvakamira sei paholiday?
Nyange tisati tave nemastatistics taona zvaiitika kubva pakatanga Easter kusvika nhasi. Tichiona kuti atyairi vedu vanotakura veruzhinji vanotyaira mabhazi nemuchovha, vamwe vacho dzimwe nzvimbo vanga vachifamba zviri nani zvakanaka zvikuru. Vamwe vanhu vasvika kwavanga vachienda kumachechi uku nekudzimwe nzvimbo nekudzoka. Tanga tiri kuona patanga tiri kuronda tiri mahighway kufamba kwavanga vachiita tichiona kuti vamwe vanga vachikanganisa chikaira pano nepano nekuda kwekuneta vasingatori nyaya dzekuti vanga vachizorora pamarestation kazhinji ndo zvanga zvichiitika, asi tanga chiona vamwe vachityaira zvakanaka zvikuru. Tizoonawo vemapuraivheti vanga vachibvetemisa motikari vachienda vachiyambuka anonzi macontinuous lines aya makeve nachiovatika pamakeve ndozvikatanga tichiti kuona izvozvo, asi pataita ongorora tikuona kuti vatyairi vanga vachityaira zvakanaka zvikuru.
Tinotenda vaGoliathi musaende kure lani mfundisi moyo lingayikhachana siyaphenduka kini laphana ke siye kubaba uNcube. Mr. Ncube, Zimbabwe has been struggling with a crippling drought and food price hikes. Was this year's Easter holiday any different from the past years?
Yes, thank you very much. The holiday is not different from the past years because conditions have been squalid last year, the year before and stuff. The economic decay that is in the country has actually eroded the aroma or the aspect of it being a holiday, where people, when you are holidaying, people should be happy, people should be well supplied, people should be having whatever they think of having. But you find that due to the suffering that is there, it's no longer there. And even families are so scattered all over the world. You no longer have a situation where the father is in town, then comes home, you are all home and stuff. Now you will have fewer people that are at home. Someone is in Swaziland, the other one is in UK. One person is at home there, or someone who is working. So it's really something that has eroded the holiday aspect of it, in the sense of people being together, people reflecting, people enjoying themselves, as it were.
Thank you, Mr. Ncube. VaGoliathi tichidzoka kwamuri tiri kuona kuti panguva iyi pane njodzi dzemumigwagwa dzaitika ungani laphana usehambile alo vaGoliathi muchiripo here?
Ndikukunzwai.
Tiri kuona pa mumigwagwa apa pane ma-accidents akawanda aitika panguva iyi yezororo iri. Paine imwe yataura zvekare makuseni anhasi kuti pane vamwe vakuvara. Chii chamunoona chinoda kuti chinge chichiitwa kuitira kuti kudzivirirwe vanhu vanenge vachifamba zvikuru sei panguva dzezororo idzi panowanda vanhu mumigwagwa?
Chinhu chikuru chinofanira kuitwa kuti tsaona dzive shoma pamugwagwa, kuona kuti pane instrument 118 of 2023 inotaura nezvekuiswa kwema-speed governor nema-speed monitor kuti mota dzinotakura veruzhinji dzisavhetemuswe zvinofura mwero. Ndo chinhu chekutanga ichochi chinofanira kunge chatiri kuti vemutemo chavanofanira kunge vachifosa vachiona kuti vanhu vakaisa here zvinoita kuti motika dzisavhetemuswe. Hatichadi zvekungotaura matalk shows ekuti tozoda kutora action kuti tideredze tsaona katika tsaona, nekuti tsaona dzacho dziri kuramba dzichingoitika pasina kwatinotora action, pasina chatinoita kuti dzidzivirirwe. Vanhu vari kutyora mutemo vachiziva zvakati hazvifaniri zviitwa zvinozokonzera tsaona pamugwagwa. Saka tiri kungoramba takangotsika kuti zvinhu zvinofanira kunge zvichishanduka, nekuti tine mutemo wakanaka zvikuru uyo wefestival instrument 118 of 2023. Mutemo uyu hausi kushanda kana tichiona nyaya kuti tideredze tsaona. Tine mutemo wakanaka zvikuru asi unofanira kubata mota dzese dzinotakura veruzhinji kutangira pamabhazi kusvika kumakombi nekuti ndo dzimwe motikari dziri kukonzeresa tsaona pamugwagwa. Kana takatarisa chikufara zvikuru kuti nemarori avaisa maspeed limiters zvatoti zvimagonyeti vamwe vari kutoisa maspeed limiters dzisina maspeed limiters vari kutoisa asi dambudziko richiri kumota dzinotakura veruzhinji avo vamwe vachiri kuda kutomboisa maspeed limiters. Vamwe vakati tangei tine zvikoro zvakati tangei zvakafanana nana10 ward vakatoisawo maspeed limiters. Saka tingokurudzira kuti vese vanotakura veruzhinji vange vachiisawo maspeed limiter. Timboona kuti zvinoramba here kuti tsaona dziderere dzepamugwagwa. Kana taisa tine mabhazi ataiziva aimbofambawo kubva kunana South Africa anga ane maspeed limiters iya kana kuti anga asingamhanyi achigumira pa100 kilometers per hour. Mabhazi aya kunzwa kuti aitiwo tsaona panenge patoitika mistake anga asingaitiwo tsaona. Kambani iyo yakazoliquidata hayo asi yaifamba zvakanaka zvikuru. Bhazi raingosvika mu100. Handisida kuridoma nezita bhazi iroro asi takaona kuti izvi takazviteedzera tichitarisawo nyika dzakafanana nana Rwanda nekunana kumiddle east kunana Saudi Arabia nekunana UK. Mota dzavo dzizhinji dzine maspeed limiters kunyanya dzinotakura veruzhinji hadzimhanyi dzinongofambawo zvakanakisisa pamugwagwa ipapo dziperera kana kunana 100 ikoko vanhu vachisvika zvakanaka. Chinodiwa kusvika kwevanhu kwete kumhanya kana kuti makundano ekumhanya. Isa hatidi makundano. Kana munhu atokwira bhazi anotarisirwa kusvika kwaari kuenda asina kusangana netsaona. Ndizvo zvatiri kukurudzira kumaoperators ese muZimbabwe vanotakura veruzhinji kuti vanga vachiteedzera mutemo we-state instrument uyu mutsva wemaspeed limiters nemaspeed monitors unofanira kutanga kushanda nekuchimbidza kuti vanhu vasasangana netsaona pamugwagwa. Ndo chimwe tatinoti mutemo wakatinakira iwoyu. Kana chiunzvera tichiona zvaunotaura asi tofanira kubatanidza mota dzese dzinotakura veruzhinji kutangira pamakombi kusvika kumabhazi kuti tsaona dzive shoma.
Tinotenda vaGoliathi. Mfundisi Moyo, siphenduka kini laphana ngalesi sikhathi sibona kule ndubo eziningi ezigoqela indlala ngenxa yokungani kuhle kwezulu nyakenye kane lokuqaleni kwawo nalumnyaka abantu bekhangelane lendlala njalo kulabanye abahlangana lezi ngozi abanye befelwe abanye izihlobo zilimele. Yiwapi amazwi enkuthazo elingawapha izizalwane zeZimbabwe ngalesi sikhathi?
Ngithi mina bantu bakwethu asifakeni ithemba lethu kuNkulunkulu, asifakeni ithemba lethu kuJesu Kristu ngoba sona lesi sikhathi sephasika esingazo.
Mfundisi Moyo, ngizacela ukulibamba mbijana laphana kulomuntu ongenileyo kuhlelo ecingweni. Baba Khumalo lingenile kuhlelo, salibonani?
Yebo baba, kunjani?
Hayi siyaphila linjani? Sithi iphasika enhle lingenile kuhlelo lingasiphalani imbono yenu?
Hayi siyajabule. Hayi iphasika lona kuyinto enhle kakhulukazi singabantu siyahlangana lemndeni sihlangane nezihlobo nabangani kube kuhle kube njani kube kuhlungu kulabo asuka belahlekelwe izimpilo zabo kakhulukazi engozini zemgwaqo abanye bajabula kuze kweqe balimazana esingakukhuthaziyo lokho singabantu amakhefu lawa ayenzela ukuthi abantu bahlangane baxazulule izinkinga mhlawumbe ezomndeni abanye babone ngasolinye isikhathi leso ukuthi abantu babuyisane ama-holiday afana nalawa hayi ukuthi abantu bebambelana izikhwili bebulalane begwazane laba bajabula khona.
Hayi siyabonga kakhulu baba Khumalo ukuthi lingenile kuhlelo libe lentambama enhle lingayikhatshana. Mfundisi Moyo belisakhuluma laphana lizangixolela ukuthi ngeke ngalimisa lingaqhubekela phambili lisipha inkuthazo kuzizalwane zeZimbabwe.
Bengisathi asifakeni ithemba lethu kuNkulunkulu, asifakeni ithemba lethu kuJesu Kristu ngoba iphasika yona lesikhuluma ngayo imela ukuguqulwa kwezinto, imela ithemba elitsha, new hope. Lizathola ukuthi iBhayibheli lithi inkokhelo yokona iyikufa, okusihluphayo kakhulu emhlaba wonke iluhlupho lwesono, ngoba nxa isono sikithi senza izinto ezingafanele, sithanda imali, sicine sisenza lomkhathi siwuphambanisa ukusebenza kwawo imvelo, sicine izulu lingani, sisebenza izinto eziphambanisa umhlabathi, izilimo eziphambanisa umhlabathi ngenxa yokuthi sifuna imali, kumbe ngekhefu lona leli elinwele kangaka sicine sithatha izidakamizwa ngoba sesithabe kakhulu. Kodwa-ke abantu abakuNkulunkulu balempilo, uJesu weza ukusinika impilo egcweleyo ephuphumayo. Singalandela indlela yomlayo kaNkulunkulu, indubo zonke lezi esilazo ziyehla okumangalisayo ngoba zilethwa yikufa okukithi okwafelwa nguJesu efela isono esisemhlabeni.
Siyabonga kakhulu mfundisi Moyo. Vagoliathi tava kuno pendera chirongwa mataura muchi tarisa zviri kufanira kuitwa nevatyairi nevaridzi vemabhazi, varidzi vemagonyeti. Tichitarisewo avo vanokwira mabhazi panguva dzezororo idzi, ndezvipi zvimwe zvavari kufanira kuti vange vachiitawo kuti vadzivirire upenyu hwavo, vaite kuti pasaite maaccidents akawanda mumigwagwa?
Zvinhu zvinofanira kunge zvichiita vanhu kazhinji ndezvokuona kuti vari kutyairwa zvakanaka here. Kana vasiri kugutsikana nekutyairwa kwavari kuita, ngavazivise mapurisa ari pedyo kuti bhazi randakwira takwira iri mutyairi uchikufungidzira kuti akadhakwa kana kuti mutyairi haasi kunyatsotyaira zvakanakisisa. Vanogona kuti batowo kuti panhamba dzatinadzo dze0712 334 330 kana kusati pane dzimwe dzokuti 077 323 9688. Ndemidzokere zvakare 071 334 330 kana kuti 077 323 9688. Idzi namba idzi vangotitumira chete isu tobva tabata mapurisa ipapo totovazivisa kuti pane bhazi rine registration number yakati rikuenda kwakati rikuita zvakati. Toda kutenda Zimbabwe Republic Police izvi takavaudza zvinhu zviri kunetsa pamugwagwa, izvi zvavakukwanisa kunge vachibatsira kana kuti yananisa nezvinenge zvichiitika pamugwagwa ipapo, kunyanya muguta reHarare nemamwe maguta uko. Kana pane chinetso, kungave kudhonzwa kweveruzhinji, vanombunyikidzwa kuti vakwire mabhazi avasingadi, wozobhadhariswa mari, bhazi roita 4 hours 3 hours risingasimuke bhazi iroro. Vari kusvika ipapo vachiita kuti vanhu kana vanyunyuta vadzorerwe mari dzavo. Zvinhu zviri kutoitika izvozvo. Tave nebudiriro huru zvikuru. Tichazenge tichiitawo makampeni, tikatotanga makampeni ekudzidzisa vanhu kodzero dzavo kana vakwira muchovha, mabhazi nemuchovha,
tinotenda
kuti zvavanofanira kunge vachiita.
Tinotenda vaGoliathi. Unfortunately nguva yedu ndo yati manyei. Regai nditore mukana uno kuti ndikutendei kuti mapinda muchirongwa. Siyabonga mfundisi Moyo ngokungena kuhlelo, sibonge njalo lo baba uNcube ungena uhlelo ese South Africa. And that brings us to the end of our show. Signing off in Washington, I am Taboka Ncube.